But this morning, oh God, you woke us up in a good frame of mind. We sympathize with all those, oh God, that did not make it. The day will come, Lord, when I would not make it, but I wouldn't know that. But I thank you, O God, that I and we are still in the land of the living. How thankful we are, how grateful we are to see the rising of the sun. And you, O God, permit our life to see the going down will be the same. We thank you for your grace. We do thank you for your love. We do thank you for mercies, for your mercies upon our lives. We thank you for favors. We thank you, God, for the roof over many of us heads, the food that thou hast provided, O God. Father, we are your children, O God, and you are a good father that are taking care of your children. There are times we do things that is not right, and there are times you chastise us. There are times we do not understand the reason for the chastisement, but Father, we thank you for your love that you show towards us. And as we open our eyes this morning, O God, give us what you take to appreciate, O God, this beautiful country, Grenada, that you have given unto us. As the sun shine and rise this morning, splendid over the mountain and plains, the river brook, the singing of the bird, the running of the river, the atmosphere of tranquility, O God, we thank you for this piece of rock that thou hast blessed us with, Father. Father, this morning I bring, O God, the agriculture program before you. We ask you, God, to continue blessing the heart of all those, O God, who disseminate information to us pertaining to agriculture. Father, we bring the farmers before you this morning. Lord, many of them already left, O God, for higher land, for the mountains, that they can be able to walk, O God. Lord, to feed our nation, O God, and even the family, O God. And Father, for those that already left, O God, and have to travel to distance, we ask you, God, to watch over the vehicles, O God, Father. We ask you, God, to watch over them, the different tools that they work with, protect them from all harm and protect them from all danger. Father, I bring the fishermen before you, who is a part of agriculture. And many of them have already left, O God, for the ocean this morning, O God, to pull the net out, to catch the fish, to bring it in, that they can be able to sustain us, O God. Father, many times we overlook them, but we bring them before you, O God. Let the engine of the boat function properly, O God. Give them a safe trip to and fro, O God. And Father, the families of the farmers, as the children goes to school this morning, we ask you, God, to watch over them. We ask you, God, to protect them, their wives, the girlfriend. We bring them all before you, God. And Father, we bring, oh God, people like BJ and Mr. Andrew Donald and many others, oh God, who has a wealth of knowledge, oh God, in agriculture, that even the Ministry of Agriculture, God, to see it fit to listen to this program, that they can be able to fix the problem in agriculture. Father, we have so much in Grenada where agriculture is concerned. We are blessed, oh God, to have the quality of soil in Grenada that we can be able to plant and we can be able to get things to sustain our nation. Father, I bring the hearers before you, oh God, all those who tune on a Thursday morning for the agriculture program. I'm asking you, oh God, to bless them, oh God, and keep them. Father, I bring really from things with you that let it function, oh God. I bring the management and I bring the staff before you, that you will touch each and every one of them. Father, this morning I bring our commuters before you, oh God, as they leave to go from one place to the other, taking school children from one destination to another. I'm asking you, God, to watch over them, especially, Lord, some of our buses, oh God, that speed, oh God. We ask you, God, to let the driver realize that behind the back, they are precious cargo. Watch over them and guide them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. Good morning again, Mr. Donald.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
Right. Well, just like me, I'm okay. I'm doing fine.
So, what would you do if one time when you hand back you don't hear anything?
Come again, sir?
If one of these mornings when you say, good morning again, Mr. Donald, and you don't hear me say anything, what would you do?
Well, I will say the second time, Mr. Donald, because I guess maybe you'll get distracted somewhere along the line.
And if you say it the second time and I don't respond?
All right, I will rest my landline phone down, and then I will use my cell phone to make a call direct to your phone, sir.
And if you didn't hear a reply?
I will call again, sir.
And I didn't answer again?
Well, I will have to call the manager of the station to see if they could get on to you, or call one of the good guys like Maxine. I don't think I have a number for Maxine, but I think I have a number for the other guy. And I will always call, and I would also call BJ, because I guess that BJ normally comes as a
Virgin, by that time I did. Man,
Yeah,
just
well,
call 911, let the mash be done. Yeah.
So,
The amount of people who call in, they all are dead.
Yeah, so Mr. Andre Donald, so if you happening this way that, okay, I call you, didn't respond. So you are claiming, old boy, son is dead or dead.
Yeah.
So call 911 and let 911 mash down the door. So if when I call 911 and they come and they mash down the door, and as soon as they go to the studio, they see you, they laughing.
Then they're paying for the door? Then they pay for the door? Who tell them mash it up?
And are you good, you know? The person that call them is the person that they go come for.
No. You didn't hear from me, so you call?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how your day going so far, sir? Always early?
It's okay, you know.
Wonderful.
Challenging a bit, you know.
Yes.
I just got a surprise.
Okay.
You want to know?
Yeah, sure.
I went out and I saw the manager early this morning.
Where?
She's there. She's outside.
Yeah?
If you say good morning, she might hear. I hope the radio is on.
Good morning, manager. Good morning. Yeah? That was Oli? Or the manager come and jog?
Maybe she go out and jog. I don't know. Ask her if she go out and jog. Hold on. She'll be listening. Okay, hold on. She responding to you. Hold on. Let me just get a microphone for her. There you go. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, coffee in the morning. Good morning.
Hiya.
What have you taking a coffee outside of the station this morning?
Coffee?
Yes.
The only coffee I'm taking is you know that, right?
I gotta watch myself, boy. You drink me all over.
Say?
I said I gotta watch myself, boy, because if that is the only coffee you go to drink, I won't get other coffee to drink, you know?
Maybe, when you have the best of it, then you don't need anything else. What do you say?
Oh, my God. You have me there, Claire. You have me there. Yeah. And
I have a lot of people there.
And the answer is always in the tip of your tongue, man, you know?
I'm quick-witted like that.
Yes, sometimes it's not easy to hold it.
So you good?
Yes, I'm on. I'm good. I woke up this morning and, outside is beautiful. Outside, you know? And I guess today will be a scorching day, very much scorching day again. You know?
Yes, it is. It's going to be hot. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's either we get that, we have fire, we have water, so we have a choice. Which one are you going to take?
Exactly. I choose this one.
Two.
I choose this one. You know? But
All
remember,
right. Okay. Hold on. This is my program, no?
yes, we know.
You know, some of us envy, eh?
Come again?
Some of us agree with envy.
Oh, yes.
And that is never a good thing.
Yeah, and that day they will long, and they will never cope with it. That's the way they are. You understand? That's the way they are. You understand? The minister is that is my program, but I'm proud to be speaking to the manager. I'm very proud to be speaking to the manager. I'm honored to be speaking to the manager.
No, speak to the agent alone.
Exactly. That's the manager, man.
And talk to you soon.
Yes, you talk to yourself. You take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Andre.
Yeah, boss.
That kind of person, man. You just told me that the manager is on the outside, and if I speak too hard, she will hear me.
No, she heard. No, she heard because the radio on the outside. You know, there's a radio right there. The radio was on, so she heard what I said, so she realized that you were on.
Man, I never knew you so much a jealous person, man.
Who
but you had to stop that, but you that told me she was outside there.
Hey. Watch now. If I press a button here, you're gone, yeah.
And we are born not far from where I sit onto the veranda.
All right.
So
So,
take it easy, man. One love.
how's your daughter?
She's doing good, man. She's getting ready for.
Getting ready. Hey, girl. Morning.
Yeah, she's getting ready for school. The
All
wife
right.
is still on the other side. You know.
Yeah, well, she ain't going on now.
Nah.
She
And
ain't
she
go-
really enjoying herself. You know.
Yeah, man. All right. One love, yeah?
Take care, man. One
Take
love.
care.
Yes,
All right,
Andrew.
great.
Bye bye. Nice.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. The time has now moved on to some 14 minutes, and that's after the 7 o'clock hour. Oh, I thought we had drumsticks there. And almost for a minute, I thought we had drumsticks there. But that was not, or that is not the case. So how was your night? Good. Okay. Drums,
Hello, good morning.
talk to me, darling.
Good morning to you, good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 86. Bow down thy ear, O Lord. Hear me, for I am poor and needy. Preserve my soul, for I am holy. O thou my God, save thy servant, trust in thee. Be merciful unto me, O Lord, for I cry unto thee daily. Rejoice thy soul of thy servant, for unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. For thou, Lord, art good, and ready to forgive, and plenteous in mercy unto all them that call upon thee. Give ear, O Lord, unto my prayer, and attend to thy voice of my supplications. In the day of trouble I will call upon thee, for thou wilt answer me. Among the gods there is none like unto thee, O Lord, neither are there any words like unto thy words. All nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Lord, and shall glorify thy name. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you so very much, my dear. And how was your night?
It was good, it was good.
Wonderful. Take care of yourself. Have a beautiful day.
You too, have a wonderful day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning, Grenada. Yeah, we're here with you. I've got a packed morning. Should be speaking to Andy Bess for about 10-15 minutes this morning, and then should also be speaking with Robert White, and then BJ. Yeah, must have BJ on a Thursday morning. Cannot have agriculture without BJ. Are you kidding me? You must be mad. Stay with us, friends. We got it all locked up for you.
Rendec Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of GrandLink to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
Little England, you asked for a store that speaks to quality and we gave you. Now, you have started asking for brands and we have brought them in for you. Little England has all the brands you're looking for. Washing machines. We have Hoover, Indesit, Beko and Candy at the best possible prices. Deep freezers, fridge freezers, all sporting the Sharp and Hoover brand. Microwaves of top quality, Panasonic and Kenwood. We stock the best in smart TVs, JVC, Sharp and Panasonic. Now listen, this electric and top stove kettles, steam and non-steam irons, toasters, Bluetooth speakers, phone charger and cables, including wireless chargers, top brand names in blenders, solar lights, for both inside and out. The only appliance we do not stock is a transformer, because all our appliances are for the authentic power source to 20 volts. So check us out at Little England. We aren't so small after all. Little England, located Main Street to Tears. Call us on 458-4111. That number again, 458-4111. Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Terrace in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Maya's Collection, located on Main Street, St. Patrick, announces its back-to-school promotion. Available are uniforms for MacDonald College, St. Mark's Secondary, Mount Rose SDA Comprehensive, St. Joseph Convent Grenville, and some uniforms for primary and pre-primary schools in St. Patrick. Check out Maya's today for all your school accessories, shirts, belts, socks, notebooks, and much more. Also in stock is a wide variety of household items. We are opened Monday to Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and later for your convenience. We accept government and Grand Coda vouchers. Call Maya today on 449-6197. A warm welcome awaits you.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
As we continue to move along in the morning time on Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com, we say good morning to you wherever you are located in this beautiful country of ours. And today is going to be a day like no other. Guess what? I can bet you one thing, that the temperatures that we experienced yesterday, we may be close. But I don't believe that we're going to be same thing as yesterday. But let's find out. Cassia Johnson, good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 14 September 2023. Currently at the airport, conditions are fair. Winds are from the southeast at 13 miles per hour. Pressure 1011.9 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature 29.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.8 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night, 29.3 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall at the airport. Hence, the total for the month remains at 4.8 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast, valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair. Today's maximum temperature 32.0 degrees Celsius. Winds east southeasterly to southeasterly at 10-20 miles per hour. Seas light to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 9 a.m., high at 3 p.m. Sunset today 6:11, sunrise tomorrow 5:57. Again, the weather is expected to be generally fair. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Thank you very much, and do have yourself a pleasant day.
Thank you, same to you.
Bye-bye. It's Real, it's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada.
Agriculture is the number one.
I want to form an acronym for Real FM. RFM GM? Nah, that's too long. RGM. A really good morning. No, 9. I like that. Andre, get something else, man. Get something better than that, Trey.
And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jacked this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why?
Everybody want to?
Down in computer. And if
Right, so I should be having my first interview at 7:30. That's in about 4.5 minutes. Yeah, we'll be having our first interview this morning. So stay with us, because I promise you it will be something that will bring a lot of information to the listening public. That's you and that's me.
Grendek Community Partnership Initiative.
The classrooms that were refurbished as a result of this project really were not conducive to installing ICT into the classroom. Many of the windows were not functional. The security to the actual rooms themselves were insufficient. At the Maribor campus, the roof was also termite infested. The college is extremely appreciative of the contribution of Grendek to this project to really enhance learning through the use of information and communications technology.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes. When you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half?
Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Where would you go to get screened for cancer? The city. So, where would you go to get a biopsy done? The city, of course. Well, I have news for you. Dr. Nuruka Moya Santos, an oncologist located at Gladstone Road in Granville, St. Andrew, at room number 5, will be able to assist you. She provides general assessments, including tumor screening. Children, teenagers, women, and men can visit. She is a comprehensive family doctor. She also offers pap smears, home visits, and provides palliative care. Her work is supplemented by the efficiency of Alice Labs in St. Andrews and Fit for Life Clinic in Grandlands. Her hours of operations are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Eliminate the stress of traveling and visit our Dr. Santos Health Office in your neck of the woods. You can walk in or call for an appointment at 449-7926 or 442-4721. Tomar, La Salud, and Sirio. Take your health seriously.
Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do thin stuff. Garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on, people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me, no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Julie Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandland sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed. M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street, Sates in the Quasi. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. Well, I did say to you earlier this morning that I'll be having a couple of guests this morning. Yeah, they're flooding me this morning. But nonetheless, it's a good occasion to start dispensing information. And with me this morning is a gentleman who, as they say, his government name is Andy Best. Good morning, Andy. How you doing?
Good morning, Andre. I'm doing fine, and you?
You know, when I saw you stepped in this morning, I see you put on your T-shirt there. I say, what? But I ain't know the government or you and the government thing. How you doing? How's work?
Work is okay now.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it could be better, but
yeah,
at the moment we're just working with what we have.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Once things are happening, that is what is important.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, I remember not too very long ago, there was some discussion about football coach coming to Grenada to look at youngsters
Yes.
who were going to college.
Correct.
And if they were good enough in terms of their footballing skills, then they'll get the opportunity scholarship after college. Did we get anybody going off?
Yeah, we did. Actually, 12 persons were selected, but it boiled down to 10.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
And they all 10 went off?
No. Unfortunately, one was pregnant and she was not aware.
And she was not aware.
Yeah, and then there's this other one that decided to take up an offer somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically had about 8 going.
Well, we already have like 4 who went, and there is 5 more to go.
Wonderful. You see, but I want to hop back to something you said just now. Is that one was pregnant and she didn't know, and I just want to just speak to youngsters who may be listening at this time and to their parents. Do you realize that this is an opportunity of a lifetime which
Correct.
a young lady lost? This could have changed the whole financial situation for the entire family, and all because, and I'm not beating her now for having a child, but all because she did not do the correct thing, which was to abstain until the correct time. That's one. 2, the other youngster, the one who got her pregnant, I want to speak to you, man, and think about it. You have her pregnant and she probably has a child already or whatever. And you ain't even working for yourself.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, but I'm going that far. I'm going that far. You ain't even working for yourself. And if you're working, you probably don't. I mean, come on. You guys could just wait a bit. That's all you know. You wait a bit. But
Yeah.
Andy, there's a youngster, a young lady close to where I live. You know where I live in Mateus.
Yeah.
There's a young lady who she's a pretty decent footballer, you know.
What's her name?
Would you believe I don't know?
Okay.
But she lives right there. Okay, do you know the shop after me?
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
Yes, yes. I've been getting some information about her from her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. She needs to change her outlook on life and you know,
but I have
stay focused.
I have a very good relationship with her. You
Yeah.
know, in that then she passes with chats, you know, find out how she's going, you know what's happening. I see that she's gone to Nulo now.
Yes, that's correct.
And
yeah.
When I saw her, like, Nulo, she says, yes, it's okay, fine, we'll talk one of these days about that. But I know she's a good footballer because
I did tell her
when
mom.
when she goes home in the afternoon, the next thing I know is that I hearing those footsteps coming down.
I know.
She's going to play football down close to
Yeah.
the complex.
I told her mom, you know, give her the support, let her play the opportunity because she's young. The opportunity is there.
I wanted to get an opportunity
Because
really bad.
I'm not going to be biased, but it's just the reality is reality.
Yeah.
Out of that scouting program we had in March, the top selected female was from right here in St. Patrick's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Rachel Noel.
And where is she now?
Well, she's waiting on her passport.
Oh.
Yeah, she got the visa, but she's waiting on her passport now, and then she'll be flying off.
Where's she going? States?
Yeah, University of Fort Kent.
Wonderful. And she was the top selected.
She was the top selected.
Wonderful, beautiful. Now that's gone.
Yeah.
I'm understanding now from you, Andy, that we have something bigger this time. What's
bigger.
going on? Tell me, what's going on?
Well, due to the fact that, that first program was successful, one of the co-sponsors shared with me, valid information that we capitalize on, in that he has connection with pro coaches. So I asked him if we can tap into that source. And so he did speak to one, Mario Eraser. And he has decided to bring Mario in. So he's coming at the end of October, 26th to the 29th of October. Now, this program is a different program to what we had initially run. He will be evaluating players for professional, level 3 and level 2 clubs. And those clubs are in different countries like Brazil, Argentina, the big guns, Italy, Germany. That's where he has his links. So he will be coming in, and the age range that he will be working with is 15 to 23. So we're looking for 40 persons between the ages of 15 to 43.
To 23.
To, let me say that, 15
40,
to 18.
15 to 18.
15 to 18, 40. And 19 to 23, 40. So that's 80 in total for that evaluation process. And out of that, some youth will get selected.
How many do you think that they're really looking for to that 80? How many think they're really looking for?
Well, when I did ask the same question, what they told me, they're looking at a 12 figure initially. But based on sponsorship, it could be more.
It could be more.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a wonderful opportunity. But this is not just the St. Patrick, no?
No. It's open to the entire Tri-Island state. It's not limited to St. Patrick's. The event, we have not secured a venue as yet, but hopefully we're going to look at 4 once again. We have to, make the request. But they will be coming out all over and come to that evaluation process.
I must ask you this, and this is something that we probably need to do so and seek some sponsorship locally for. There are brilliant footballers in Carriacou. How are we going to give them an opportunity? Are we going to ask Osprey or so, hey, can you bring these guys down for us? And probably most of the times they can't go back up the same day, so we probably might ask Brother Kingsley down the road or Pitians or somewhere to put them up for the night, and then we send them back to Carriacou the next morning. That
is something that is brilliant. First of all, we need to know if there will be persons from the island who will be interested in coming.
I am
so
betting.
So they need to contact us as early as possible, so that when we seek sponsorship, we can put that into the budget.
Okay. Well, I know there must be people from youngsters out of Carriacou.
We wouldn't want to go and ask and then nobody comes.
Yeah.
So if they can contact us as soon as possible, so that we can make the necessary.
Do you have a number that you want to give, Andy, so that people can call if they need to?
Sure. 536-8470.
And that's your personal number, right?
That's my personal number.
All right, so they can call you if they're interested. And that is from any part of the island. If they're interested, just call you and then you'll take their information and then you'll let them know.
Yes.
When.
One of the things that we will want them to do in order to minimize on the number and stay within the allocated figure that they want to work with, is if they can channel through their school or their clubs, because we wouldn't want, let's say they start in 12 from Hard Rock to come in.
Okay.
You understand? So the coach from Hard Rock will be able to say, right, will be able to, finger pick and say, okay, those three guys, they are more talented, they have that, because we're looking at professional level, not college football, not university football. It's professional level. So we're looking at persons who have that edge in terms of their talent, right? So we wouldn't want, like everybody to just...
Off the top of your head, Andy, not naming any names, are you seeing players in St. Patrick? Because I'm very passionate for all parish.
Yeah.
Are you seeing players here who can make that cut?
Yes. From my understanding as to what they're looking for, there is one player. I'm not gonna call him as you say, but there is one youngster that I've been pushing. He has brilliant talents, right? There is another youngster who unfortunately is over the age, because I've been chatting with them ever since and tell them, don't worry, the time is coming, and here is the time. A couple of them, they did not finish secondary school.
Oh boy.
But in this instance, that doesn't count. And mind you, while they're out there, if they are successful in getting selected and they want to pursue a career, they can send them to school. The sponsors will organize them to go to school. But initially, that is not a criteria that you have to have, 6CXC, you have to have,
Outside of the skill, what are they looking at?
Discipline and that desire, that love for the game. Because that's one of the problems we have with a lot of our youngsters. They are well skilled, they can play, but they don't have discipline.
And, as you say the word discipline, and I just want to tell folks that discipline has a lot to do with you being there and you saying, hold your mother so and so. It has a lot to do with that. But discipline has a lot more to do with you when that bell songs, that alarm songs at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And you have to get up to do so and go and do those training. That's discipline. Also, it has to do that, wow, it's Friday night and the club is popping and you want to go clubbing, but you can't go because you got training on Saturday morning or you got a game on Saturday. That too is discipline.
Well, let me tell you something, Andrew, with the first 3 recipients of the scholarship program. That's Brady Charles, Leon Braveboy, and Kevin Maitland. The coach who came to Grenada in March, because of what he saw from those young men, he decided to come to Grenada. They are so disciplined. As a matter of fact, he always speak of Kevin Maitland. That's a youngster from Paradise. This guy will be on the field every single day, whether they have training or not. He puts aside 1 hour every day, even if it's all by himself. And he has seen the transformation with those guys, especially Leon Braveboy. Leon Braveboy, well, he has transferred from one university to another. But last year, he moved up to captain the team.
Wow.
In his second year.
Lovely.
And that's all because of, the discipline and the attitude and everything like that.
Your love for the game.
Yeah. So we're making that appeal to our young men. And by the way, this program that is coming up in October, it's only for male.
Only for males, not females yet.
Not females yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the females
So I had
could
to
hang
say
on.
that.
They could hang on.
Yeah. They need to hang on there because well, the year is almost ended, and next March the coaches will be coming back again. This time we're looking to see if we can get the number that we initially wanted, which is between 10 and 15 coaches to come in. So once we get that financial support from, the GFA, the Ministry of Sports, the business sectors, we can have that amount of coaches coming in March next year.
Let me just say something here. One of the things that what you're doing and what you're promoting is improving in terms of our pool, the talent that we have, giving them that opportunity.
Yeah.
More can be had, I do believe, if you're able to get a couple of coaches to come and spend 6 months or whatever in relation to coaching. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, it's something that, has always been with me since I used to play national volleyball. But again, from the foundation end, we do not have the resources. So that's where the Ministry of Sports needs to take that initiative. And the different disciplines, that availability of getting coaches to come in and spend some time. As a matter of fact, I think it was yesterday I was speaking to the vice president of the volley to spend some time. And this is something that we need in Grenada. We need, the extra edge, because we really got the rock talents here in Grenada that, I believe that we can produce the Messi, the Ronaldinho, in the football arena. We can do much more, right, on the international stage. And I believe that all that is required is to give our youngsters the exposure.
Finally, what do you say to them? Again.
I would like to say to them, get ready, clean their boots, be prepared, try and reach me as soon as possible. And it's a great opportunity. So they should be excited about this event that is coming up.
Well, you may not be able to come in, Andy, but let me share my number with you, 457-6188. You may not be able to come in, but if there are bits of information that you need to send to me that you may probably want an announcement go out in relation to that, I'm sure we can arrange something so we can keep the youngsters, as I say, up to date and on their toes in relation to what's happening and what's taking place.
Sure.
All right?
Sure.
And you promised to organize for Monday with the champ?
Yes.
Let me know what's going on.
I will.
Okay, take care of yourself and then have a wonderful day.
Thanks for the time.
Okay, great. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5. www.6188 is my number, Andy. You asking me for my number. Let me give it to you. Okay, www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD.
Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one.
Well, of course you can twin agriculture with sports. Who said we can't?
The number one. It's the number one.
Agriculture can go with sports. Agriculture can go with culture. And agriculture is a business. See? Simple as that.
Politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution.
Blessings Variety Store, located in Main Street, Satell, St. Patrick's, in the Quasi Building number 2. We cater for you from head to toe. Men, women, and children. Clothing, shoes, bags, accessories, and much more. We also cater for your household, such as mat sets, sheet sets, bathroom, and more. Don't you miss it. Come check us out. Blessings Variety Store, and be blessed with the best. Our motto is to be a cheerful giver and give generously, and it will come back to you 100-fold, because God loves a cheerful giver. Blessings Variety Store, providing high-quality products for people like you.
I remember when this beach was really wide, a place to picnic and play cricket.
And we used to go up to the end to get away from all the people. Now all the beach gone.
Coastal erosion. When the sea starts to come in and take the land away, everyone loses something.
Granny, look how the waves are washing right under that house.
Coastal erosion. It's a hazard. Hazards. Take control. Reduce your loss. What can you do to help stop coastal erosion? For one, don't drive four-wheel vehicles on seaside dunes. They loosen sand and destroy binding vegetation, causing erosion. Find out more about coastal erosion and other hazards at your local disaster office. A message from your National Disaster Office and SEDERA.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Glow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matterson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carrico. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carrico and Pittimatney Carnival, the Carrico String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
Well, I did say to you, and I did say to BJ, don't believe I do these things without BJ knowing you. No, never will I. Are you crazy? Couldn't do that. Did say to you, we're going to have Andy Best this morning and Robert White. So Andy's gone and Robert is here. Bob White, good morning to you, and how are you doing today, my brother?
Buen día, señor. ¿Cómo se va?
Claire.
Good morning.
Claire, we need a translator in here. What?
Morning, buddy. Morning.
Somebody teach you something yesterday. I think somebody teach you something yesterday.
If I not come out in such exuberance.
Yeah, I find no happening on me. Anyway, so we got to use the time that we have wisely this morning. So, Robert, I understand that there is a film festival, and every time I say the word film, I remember Josephine McGuire in GBN. First time I had to say that word, I say film.
Well, that's what I grew up as a child.
Josephine McGuire said to me, "Mister, this is not up in country." That is why I got that. And I you see that country thing? You know I don't like it. That is not up in the country, you know. And I'm like, what? It's not film. It's film. I'm like, okay. And every time I say that word, I remember Josephine McGuire. Nobody tell me nothing about country again. I vex. Anyway, so there's a film festival in Trinidad, Robert. Grenada is part of it. Or is it Heritage that's part of it? Which is
No. The Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, so it's like TTFF, it's how it's branded. Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. It takes place between the 20th and the 28th, so 20 to 28 of September, and at the Hilton Hotel in Trinidad. Well, that's where we'll be residing, but the films will be screening in a number of different locations. Now, the film festival is designed to promote Caribbean films. So there'll be films from producers from across the region. But Grenada has been invited to screen a film that was done during the pandemic. Interesting time it was. The film was done by a production outfit here named Brainstorm Promotions. And it's a film that was done to create awareness for Alzheimer's disease or dementia. Now, it's a growing concern in our little country. And sometimes we just say, well, people old, so they forget things, so they're old. You know, they come down the road and they pass the house straight, they're old. So, and we just throw it to the face of old age. But a lot of our persons are actually suffering with dementia. It's a brain problem. You forget things, you forget people, you forget who you are, and forget where you live, and all those sort of things. You forget if you have eaten. So, you know, people show those symptoms. You know, you come, you feed them, and half an hour afterwards, they sit down and, you know, what's happened? Well, I didn't get food for the morning. And then they would probably, and I'm speaking about the older folks now, would probably be saying those things to persons, and caregivers get annoyed because, well, I just feed you, and, you know, and so the older folks who are suffering with dementia gets treated badly because they seem to be irrational and seem to be lying, and they hid their money and they're saying somebody stole money and that sort of thing. So Amanda John, who is the person behind Brainstorm, she decided, you know what, she's going to do something about that. And she did this film. It's a short film. It's about 35 minutes, I think it is. So I was invited, myself and Rose Bagwan. Rose is a very talented actor from St. David. She's actually on stage, so we'll speak about Rose in a little bit again, in capacity. Invited to play the actors in that short film. And so it was shot, everything was shot in Grenada. It was done in St. David at one location. Well, there was one exception where there was another location in a restaurant. I think we used someplace in St. George. But that's a film. So in the recent film festival, recent as in last year, they did a screening down here. But now the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival has invited Amanda to screen in Trinidad because they were very impressed with what they saw.
Okay, explain to our listeners, what is screening? Screening
is essentially the opportunity to show your film to a select group of people. Sometimes they invite a wider audience, right? But to a select group of people who themselves might be film producers themselves, or persons who are interested in people who are executive producers, and they look at your work and they assess your work, and sometimes they have a discussion with the actors who are involved. This is particularly while we are going down. They have a discussion with the actors who is involved, the writer, the producer, to find out what's the thought process behind the film. They analyze and criticize and, well, critique, right, as opposed to criticize. And it's with a view to, one, getting exposure, and two, helping persons to get even better. And in those opportunities, you'd never know. Because, listen, I'm excited about going on to this because, Jerry, you know, film, well, acting is my passion. And who knows, somebody might be down there who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants somebody, right? And that might just be an opportunity. But even if that doesn't happen, just the fact that there's an opportunity to travel to Trinidad to expose your work and your talent, that excites me.
Carrying water, right, is not a big deal. Anybody can carry water.
Man.
Now just listen to me, hear me out. So if you get a little thing, just remember to carry water.
Okay.
I not to act that.
Yeah, you could do
that.
that.
I could just do.
You could just do that.
Carry the water, I could. Unless they want me to carry the water in a particular way. No,
Yeah.
that is the next thing. But no, that's wonderful.
It is. And let me add, it's the first time that the TTFF has been able to screen a production from Grenada.
That's first time.
First time. So that's Grenada's first at the TTFF. Right? Remember, film is not a big thing in Grenada. It's just a budding industry. And I use the word industry even tongue-in-cheek, but people are, the Grenada, film producers from Grenada are becoming more and more. People are doing work. Not everything, some is in documentary, some in actual film. But people are doing work. And we do hope that as this progresses, that eventually Grenada could, be maybe a major film producer, or maybe a major part of the support system, where maybe film are done elsewhere, and we could have the facility or the infrastructure that allows them to come and finish their work here, studio-wise and all that. There are a number of opportunities. So I'm excited because, as I told you, and as you know, that's my passion.
Someone just sent me something. I'm going to read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're speaking to the creative industry.
Mm-hmm.
And the person said they did remember seeing you on the camera. They saw you in the background, or maybe in the forefront in relation to the camera. At the creative industry, the launch of the, what do you call it?
The launch of the creative industry, Unleash.
Unleash.
Yes.
And they say with the advent of money's being put in the budget, $3 million plus, how is that working in relation of supporting persons like yourself and even the young lady who's going to Trinidad? How is that working to support you guys? Or you have to bill?
We are seeking assistance, and they just might be a sponsor for our ticket or travel to Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say to you, as of now, everything is on our backs. The issue of, or the opportunity for sponsorship, or the possibility for sponsorship, is looming. But as of now, we couldn't wait till somebody say we're going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So I certainly was not going to wait.
Yes.
I paid my way and booked my reservation and everything at the hotel. Mm-hmm. But the producer of the film has spoken to somebody who knows somebody, and there is something in the pipeline. It's not confirmed yet because we haven't received anything.
But shouldn't that thing be
right?
Be right
I
down the alley?
So I am coming to that now. It could be one of the possible avenues for receipt of assistance, but everything happens so kind of very quickly. I don't know that we had time to really go through that angle.
Okay.
Right. What I also do know, though, is that there has been talks with the Office of Creative something is what it's called. The same source or the same people handling those Unleash, yeah. And we are in talks with them with respect to filming. And I probably don't want to say too much here because nothing it's still just early up conversation with respect to filming that last production. And we know as in Heritage Theatre, the last production we'd have done, which is Julian Feder, all right, filming on location, not just on stage, because we have filmed this thing on stage. Julian Feder is actually, it's on YouTube, pay-per-view, right? So persons who are interested in seeing it can actually just view it there. But we're speaking of filming on location. We're going up to the Belvedere Hills and all of them things, and we can.
Hold on. You went to the Belvedere Hills? How busy is he making it up there?
Well,
I don't know you listening sometimes. I hope you hear.
Well, he gonna make it.
He
gonna make it because he has to make it.
And if you're listening, you remember to tell him. Andre asked the question, how you gonna make it up there? Yeah. But that'd be nice.
Oh yes. And obviously, this will take some monies. Maybe a few $100,000, because film is not cheap, eh? You could do a low budget film, right? Because what we did with respect to Forget Me Not, that's the name of the production that we screening in Trinidad.
Mhm.
That was low budget. Okay, but something like Julian Feather with all this fight and this war and things, so it wouldn't be low budget.
I'd love the opportunity. Maybe you can speak to the producer, or executive producer. I'd love the opportunity to film the making of the film.
All right. Okay.
To film
The making
one
of it.
camera shoot.
Mhm.
Have my cameraman and we filming the making of that film up in the mountains.
Okay.
Everything that goes in. So people, and that goes, we do that production and it goes to Heritage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Heritage production. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Because remember in the film, they ain't seen when, you know, all the preparation that goes into whatever.
Into a particular scene.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want that permission to have my cameraman and we doing the making of the
making
of the
Julian
film,
Feather.
of that film. Yeah, that one. So and finish, done, produce it, and say, okay, Heritage, here you go.
Yeah, sure. I'll talk to Chris.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. That is going to sell for more money than the film.
Oh yes, because you see now people get an opportunity to see what they don't see, the everyday intricacies that goes into the back office kind of operations that they don't see.
Because people don't realize that there will be negotiations that will take place in an air-conditioned office that has to do with Julian Feather jumping behind a stone. And all this we're going to film and put all that together. Wow. And then I'll have the biggest production ever out of Grenada. Anyway, so I believe we have covered you and your travels to Trinidad. And I take the opportunity, Bob, to wish you guys all the best. But before we wrap on that, yourself, the young lady, what's her name?
Yeah, so it's Rose Bagwan. Myself, I played the character Leo in that film. Leo was a guy who retired school teacher, was living alone and so on, you know, but had this young lady who came every day to provide some assistance, and she started realizing that he's acting different and that kind of thing. So
you look like Leo.
Yeah. Remember when I was growing the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah,
that was
you
it.
Look like Leo. You look like Leo.
So Rose was the one providing that assistance. She was Bagwan. We had two other persons, minor characters, Agatha Alexis, a.k.a. Gatti, who is again one of Grenada's renowned actors. She is tied to the family theater outfit. So she was there. And then we had Neela Etienne. And Neela is also an accomplished actor. She is, I think she has a master's in something arts and so.
She's going to Trinidad also?
No, she's not going to Trinidad.
But she can't.
Well, she's now
She
taking
can't.
up
She's
a
the press
position as
secretary
the
now,
press
so she
secretary, yes.
can't move like that, Neela.
No.
Sit down there. She can't move like that now.
Right. So, but Amanda is going to be going as the executive producer, and I think maybe one or two other persons from the filming outfit, the production outfit, is going to be going as well.
Okay. So, and when do you leave?
We leave on the 25th, so that's 2 Mondays from now. 3 Mondays? 2 Mondays from now.
Today's the 14th.
Yeah, today the 14th.
So it's one Monday, the 18th, and then the 25th. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, that's a Monday itself. So yeah. So
Yeah.
That,
So, how long you staying?
4 days.
Oh, 4 days.
Yeah. It's not a vacation.
Not a All right. So let's on to the next subject matter, because we're still in the theater.
We're still in the theater.
We're still in the theater business. Fire to Dance.
Yes.
What is that?
That's our now as in Heritage Theatre, because before we were speaking Brainstorm Productions, but ours as in Heritage Theatre, latest production, of course, written by Grenada's renowned playwright Christopher Derriggs, who has written 98% of Heritage work. And The Fire to Dance is a story of a young lady who, again played by Rose Bagwan, she's an accomplished actor. And that young lady had a passion to dance. Dancing was her thing. So she wanted to make a life out of dancing. And her father wouldn't have it.
That's you?
Yes.
I know. You look like the father who wouldn't have it.
He wouldn't have it. Because as far as he was concerned, and to use an exact line from the script, dancing is not a profession. Dancing is something you do.
Yeah. That's an interesting
Yeah, dancing is not a profession.
It's something you do.
Dancing is something you do.
Oh, okay.
So he wanted her to study law, right? So there was this battle between what she really wants to do and what her father insists that she should do. And then added to the mix of that was the intrigue of a boyfriend that she had picked up, as a teenager. So teenage blossom in love and so on. Then that boyfriend thing went cold and then surfaced years later in a different sphere, and kind of complicated things even more because that boyfriend now was on a trajectory that he wanted her along with him, and so there was this tussle inside of her between, do I study, do I follow my dreams, do I follow my father's idea of what my dream should be, or do I follow my boyfriend's idea of the support that he wants in his dream? Why follow in his dream? So there was this tussle inside of her, battling with this three-sprung opportunity that was very confusing, and eventually stories about what decision she made and how it panned out and all of that. A very interesting story. Very interesting.
And you guys have been doing, practicing for this for a long time.
We've been
rehearsing for quite a while now. When are you going to launch, you said?
We're launching this Saturday.
Like in tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, well, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're launching this Saturday, yes, at the Trade Center.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Saturday, Sunday, our usual model, Saturday, Sunday, and next weekend as well, Saturday, Sunday. So the exact dates will be the 16th and 17th, which is this Saturday, and then the 23rd and 24th, which is next weekend.
Claire would ask the question, how come we only getting to know this now? Claire would ask you that question on your way out.
I'll answer Claire on the way out.
Yeah. On your way out, she'd ask you that question. But who are some of the actors outside of the young lady that you spoke about yourself? Who seem to be the lead actors in this one?
No, she is one of the lead actors.
But the daddy's not?
No, the daddy is not a lead actor this time.
So the daddy will climb the plum tree and go to America?
Yeah, daddy. And they will climb the plum tree and go to America.
Okay.
So there's a guy who is a first time engagement with Heritage. He has done other work though with family theater, and I think he has some other engagement that he has done. But very talented guy too. Listen, Grenada has a lot of talented actors, and that's why I'm excited about this thing ended up in some ways to in the film industry, because while on stage is good, and I will certainly not damn that bridge, never ever. As a matter of fact, that guy, what's his name again? I'm seeing him now. Yes.
You see him now?
Yeah, it threw my mind's eye.
Is it a BJ or Andre? Either one of us.
His name escapes me now, but he started off in theater and eventually made it big in film. But he says every so often he goes back to theater because it kind of grounds you.
One thing I'd like for you guys to do one day is not just recognize, but make contact. But he was here, and you met him.
Who's that?
12 Years a Slave.
Oh, yeah, the guy who did that work.
From right down here.
From Mount Craven, isn't it?
Well, yeah, down the road. Roots
nephew.
Yeah, Roots nephew.
Yeah.
Remember you met him, right?
Yeah, we met.
You met him.
We met when he came. What did he come to? Ashes.
Ashes. He came
to build Ashes' grave.
To build the grave. He did a production out of that.
He did a production out of that?
Yeah.
They were filming.
That thing was filmed.
Yes, they were filming.
Thing was filmed. And it was interesting. That was the first time I saw something professionally done Robert. And when they needed song that they had to edit into some of the production, they went up into the cemetery where the grass was, you know, the kind of grass that grows in the cemetery, just low down from the summer house. And with a microphone there, and waited on the wind.
Yeah, well, it requires that kind of
amazing.
That kind of intricacy. Yeah, it's film production is something else.
But that's a guy that you guys, because he did say to me, because I said, why are you doing so and putting all this into the production of building a grave? And he says, maybe the next movie or the one after that or the one after that. So I'm still looking for a production from him that may have that.
So he was actually storing that.
Yeah. And then it's going to be me that shouting out, that is Mali pasture. That is the cemetery. Yeah. Because they did a lot of work. A lot of footage was taken.
You probably just have it stored there and it may be used at an opportune moment.
But again, I said that's somebody that you guys need to touch base with, because the talent, yes, while we have the talent, but we also need to have somebody who is going to make the talent explode onto the scene.
Yeah, and that's why, Andre, I'm excited about that trip to Trinidad, because there just might be an opportunity. There just might be an opportunity looking. Somebody, as I said, who knows somebody who's looking for somebody, that sort of thing. And or even it's these things are also about networking. Life is about networking.
Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen. That's
Yolen says so.
Right. So life is about networking. So you meet somebody now, and you never know the relationship that you forge as a result of that meeting could eventually mushroom into some opportunity down the road, because they might know somebody who looking. You know what? There was a guy in Grenada. Let me see if I could contact him. Right. I was telling you though about our lead actors this time around, because I don't want to give them their stuff. Dale Bowler / Dale Divine. Dale, I think you might have worked with Dale for a while at GBC, was it?
Nope.
No? Dale used to be in another life, I should like to say, an anchor at GBC. Wasn't he from GBN then?
GBN.
GBN? Maybe the early days.
GBN, early days.
Okay.
Yeah, GBC. Very few of us work there.
Okay. All right. So Dale is the lead actor. She is that person who was struggling with the idea of, who does she follow in this? So, and she's doing really, really good work. Really good work. I mean, I'm saying this for the first time, but I'm saying this, excuse me, from deep inside my heart. If there was an award to be given for effort and portrayal in this particular production, what I've seen she's done so far, if we had to do the Grammy Awards, she would get an award. She would easily get an award. She has become that role. She has taken on that role, because a lot of lines, it's a lot of work, but she has approached it with the fire of somebody who want to do more than dance, who want to excite and please the audience. So she is playing that role. But the truth is, the younger person I spoke about, which is Rose Bagwan, they are doing the role in a way that Rose is playing the earlier version and Dale is playing the later version. So
okay.
There's a transition.
So
right?
Dale old.
Yeah.
I can say that. I can get with that. With her, I can get with that.
I know.
Yeah.
And then there's Pianki Toussaint. That's Shoma's nephew, Shoma Wells.
Wells, okay.
All right. So Pianki is the boyfriend. All right. The young Darlo. And in that situation, again, we have a young Darlo and we have a older Darlo. So the Darlo character that is being played by Pianki, he is playing as the adult Darlo, but the young Darlo is played by Nathaniel, I don't remember his surname. He's a new entrant into Heritage for this production. So all I remember is Nathaniel, and I always call him Nato, right? But I can't remember his surname. He's doing well too. And then there's Sonia Cadet, and Sonia is the mother in that production. So it's actually a post-production. Unlike Julian Feder, we had about 17 persons involved in the production at different roles and so. And this one, Chris opted to have a smaller cast to carry the story.
And you open those on Saturday, this Saturday?
This Saturday at the Trade Center.
Cost?
$50 the ticket.
Who died?
$50.
$50 per
yeah. And we're also considering, I think we have gotten some approval from the government, well, the ministry, to do a production for this school children. So it's, I think we're looking at the 21st, Thursday the 21st, same venue, the Trade Center. We'll be doing a production for the children. We try to do that all the time. We've been doing that for about the last 3-4 productions, where, as a matter of fact, for Julian Feder, the demand was such that we had to do 2 productions for the matinee shows, as we call them, for the kids. Right? So we'll be doing that on the 21st.
How are you selecting the kids?
We're leaving that up to the schools. Most times we try to invite the children who are writing theater arts, who are, you know, yeah, so for CXC, yeah. So that they could actually, apart from doing everything in the classroom, they could get the feel for actual production. They went to see a production and, you know, ask questions, interact with the actors and produce the cast afterwards. That to give them that kind of experience.
All right. Well, all the best on that one. But let me know more about that school one when you guys are ready for that. So we, you know, I'd love to maybe even speak to a school child.
Who went to see?
Who is looking forward to going to see and then speak to the child about his or her experience of having seen such.
Yes.
Come on, you know this is real FM.
Yes,
we do
yeah,
things like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so
makes
speak to
sense.
that. If you know, 1 or 2 kids, and then we can use the technology that children do not have to come here. We can do that at their school. You know, speak to them at their school about, you know, how they're looking for, excited they are and going to see this, and then
sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
And then also, you see, I like in behind the scenes when it comes to these things, because then also what we can do to kids, we can send a camera with them. Right? So we get a camera, video camera, to go with them. And that video camera takes them from their school, goes on the bus or in the car or whatever, travels down to the venue with them. So they're just doing their normal thing, but the camera is there taking them, they sit down, they watch, the camera is on them, checking their interests and whatever. And then imagine you do something, say to the child after, you give it to Heritage and say, okay, Heritage, here you go. Give it to the child. And you give it to the child, and the child sees, boy.
Well, they automatically become a celebrity.
Thank you very much.
Because when they'll be showing that up to the school and the friends and the family. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's, as a matter of fact, it may help
it spruces up interest.
That's the point.
Another child might say, look, I want to be that person in 5 years.
That's the point I
time.
was about to make. Yes.
It spruces up interest.
Now, locations, ticket outlets. So the tickets are available in Sauteurs. We have Calico. The spot, actually, I haven't dropped it there yet, I must admit, and I send it here on air in case Newman see it and want to catch a heart attack. I had drop them tickets there. We also have in Grenville, Calico as well, and Gittins Pharmacy. In St. David, we had the St. David Pharmacy. In St. George's, we're at Gittins again. We're at Mitchell Pharmacy down in South. So Gittins up, well, both of them in South. I'm not sure if Gittins in Chong has, but down in South, certainly. And no, Gittins is only down South now. I don't think they have anything so it's down South. But Nicky's up in
who?
Nicky's up in town itself.
Nicky's?
Okay. And Trade Center. For the first time, Trade Center is now, because people always bumping into there asking for tickets. And it was like, well, so why don't we just have some tickets there?
Yeah.
So the trade center is now officially...
There's an office.
Yeah, a box office. And of course, any member of Heritage Theatre Company, you can purchase tickets from us. The tickets are going well. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of interest in this production because the marketing, we did a little different this time. Heritage has actually, well, it almost dropped into our lap, but we took the opportunity to engage 3 persons who are social media practitioners. What do I want to use? Activists, right? And we call them our marketing team. They are doing things that we in Heritage never thought of doing, and so. And let me tell you something. It's created quite a buzz. Going to the streets and asking people's opinion. What's your fire? A simple question. What's your fire? And it's amazing the kind of responses we got. We have all these on record. And some of those persons, just for taking part and answering the question, they get a free ticket to come see the show, right? And they come to our productions, our rehearsals, and as the team now, take the snippets and so and create
TikToks.
all kind of this is just amazing.
Well, I can tell you something. That looks like a sick production, to use the modern day language.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Well, of course, it must be. You have Gittins Pharmacy, Mitchell.
No, I didn't see you going there. What I did see when I was mentioning the pharmacy, I see you smiling and you took a note. Oh, man, you could have been nicer, man. That was Okay then.
Come on. I had to get
Yeah. I tell you, I saw the wicked smile on your face.
When I hear you mention, I said, what? Modern pharmacies are sick production. Anyway, but I wish you guys all the best, and as I always say, I try to blend everything together. I had this morning Andy Best with sports, soccer, and agriculture. Yes, that blends because you have to eat healthy in order to play these games.
Play well.
To be able to play well. You in culture and agriculture, you spoke of fighting up in the hills with feather on them. So that's agriculture again. Anyway, so we've twinned culture and agriculture, sports and agriculture. And now we're going to do BJ and agriculture. And BJ is on his phone. I'm going to show you guys BJ on his phone. That's BJ just waking up there. BJ, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Andre.
Everything good? No, but you can't step on
everything warm.
You going to the production?
Always visit Robert White Show and always enjoying it.
I've never been to one.
Okay.
And let me jump in here. That was a question I wanted to ask you on air a while ago while you were talking about sick production. It crossed my mind. I felt that was my way of getting back.
You're getting back.
The question is, when are you going to be sitting, or when are you going to present yourself at the Trade Center or any other venue for that matter where Heritage is having a production as somebody who is to take on the production? BJ, that man has a distinction of giving all his support, and he's holding on to, I want to have a record of not ever seen a show.
No.
So
Andrew,
you will get all possible support from Andrew.
Andrew, you are missing out.
No.
Trust me.
I'm not.
A lot of.
Are you Robert's friend?
Not really.
Bro,
Andre,
I get everything.
A lot of years ago, and Robert can tell you how many years that was. I never was interested in play and show and those things. I never had a likeness for it. And somebody said, BJ, you must go look at this, you probably take a different view. And I went in the cinema in Grenville, and there was this show, Robert, I think you played he was a dog on leash or something like that. So and gone and pee on somebody's cat tire or something like that.
that was the boss.
That's a very long time. And I never forget. And I still can remember the joke, you understand? It stays with you for a long time.
DJ, it is not that I don't have interest in the place. I do, but I have no. This has to go in the world. BJ, I'm a member of the group.
You're a member of the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an honorary member of Heritage.
Who has never seen a production. And that's the record you want to break it. That's what you want to hold on to.
This has to go in the Guinness Book of Records.
You might end up in the Marby Book of Records. I think you're Guinness.
Yeah,
how many years now Heritage is going?
33 years.
33 years.
There are a lot of people who own football teams and stuff and never see a match, eh?
Yeah.
It happens.
So
but BJ is supporting him, man. No, I say
BJ, would we have watermelons for sale down there?
That's when.
On Saturday?
No.
Bananas?
No.
BJ, that's a good time to sell bananas.
And you have people for those. I'm a wholesaler. They're retailers.
Okay. But Bob White, as always, I wish you guys all the best. And,
thanks, man.
You take care.
Thanks.
And give my love to the members of the Heritage family.
Yeah. I would tell them that they brother.
You never know. Maybe Fire to Dance, outside of being a Heritage member and having to one day, go to a production. Fire to Dance. Dale. See, Dale and I worked together, and not just worked in the same establishment, but when she was doing morning shift in the newsroom, I was doing morning shifts on air. So we were getting there practically together. Mm-hmm. And having to send the driver by homemade to buy bread so he could get breakfast and everything. Mm-hmm. So this morning she had morning, next morning I don't have, and that's how. So Dale and I are really, really close. Mm-hmm. Outside of the fact that she's from St. Andrews right there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and
I only got to know that recently.
Yeah, her dad was unfortunately killed on his farm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so but Dale and I we go back well. As a matter of fact, when I was in England for a bit, Dale trusted me so much that there was an afternoon, and it ended up being a couple of afternoons, that she had to go out, and her husband then was working, and the twins. Mm-hmm. I had to stay.
Did you babysit?
Yeah. So Dale and I are really, really close. Yeah.
Okay. Then, so I will put Dale on your case.
Well, I don't know.
You're not supposed to do that. No, you have given me ammunition. I'm putting Dale on your case because you know Dale.
Yeah, she's very persistent. What? Very, very persistent in getting. BJ, how's agriculture this morning?
Tell me.
I don't know. I'm trying to find. I'll try to find out. Robert here, he probably can tell us. Robert, is there anything you know about insurance and crops?
Not much, except that I know that it's I'm using the word product or facility better, mm-hmm. that one can access. And when I say one, a farmer. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's offered in the Grenada context. I know in the large farms and so overseas they do have a crop insurance, and in the event that there's a hurricane or there's some other natural and or other disaster, they could get reimbursement.
BJ,
but I don't know that the market offers it here.
No.
And I remember one time there's a regional body doing banana. What was the name of that again?
Wind crop.
Wind crop, I think they were. I know they were offering something through that. I don't know the specifics of it, but I know they offered something through that. But sometimes, part of our reality is that our market is small. One, to start with. Two, our farmers, BJ might be a classic example of farming as a professional or approaching farming as a professional. The majority of our people approach farming as if they are just part-timers. even the people who go to the land every day, they approach it as though they're part-timers. What am I saying here? They don't keep records. They don't know how they end up pricing. They don't know the value of goods that they have down. They don't plan with consistency. And all these are information that the insurance company would rely on with respect to designing or offering to market a plan that would fit into what the farmers do. So if you don't have that kind of information, you can't approach the reinsurers. And generally the reinsurers are who, their support is what makes things happen on the side. There's no insurance company, not necessarily just in Grenada, but specifically here because our market is small. There's no insurance company who can absorb all the risks that they're underwriting. Excuse me. So they must go to the reinsurers. The reinsurers are companies who, they buy risk off of the insurance companies. So you may say, okay, I have, let's just do, excuse me, properties for example. I have 75 houses valued at $30 million, right? And I went to these people and I insured them. I, as a company X. Now it means that I have $30 million worth of risk holding there in the event that there's a major catastrophe. The odd fire or the odd, vehicle around the house and damage it, or the theft, and so it's not challenging as much as if you have, like, I repeat, a Hurricane Ivan, where you had 90% of your house in stock down. So I, as company A, in that example that I'm just giving, where I've insured $30 million, and they have a catastrophe like Hurricane Ivan, and 90% of my house in my property that I insured damage, I had to find $27 million thereabouts to reimburse persons. But I didn't collect $27 million because I don't charge you for a $100,000 house. I don't charge you $100,000 to insure it. I charge you 2% of that value, and that's how I think. Where am I going to get the money now to take care of all those risks that I've underwritten?
Well, yeah, all the years you didn't have to pay.
Well, and sometimes even if you add up all the years, when you take from that expense of operating and all of that, you still don't have the cash in hand. So that's where the reinsurers come in. Because they now said, okay, you have $100 million worth of risk here, I'll support you with 25. You pay me, and now if there's a major catastrophe, I back you up with 25 million. That's all I think. So, and that is not just a principle for the Caribbean or Grenada. That's how insurance works generally. So it's pretty much like the story of the ants.
So the farmer can't get insurance. That's what you're saying to me in essence.
No. Let me say that
the risk is too high for farmers to be insured in places like Grenada.
Operating the way
the way we are operating now.
Yes.
It's going to be very, very difficult. Plus, how premium will be collected? Is it based on the size of the farm? Is it based on production? Will be taken into consideration. And it's a very complicated thing to do. I'm not sure if insurance is the way to go for crops in places like Grenada or the Windward Islands. The risk is too high. What you need is a reserve pool of money that you can dip into when you have natural disaster. This is a better way to go.
But how do you come by that amount of money?
How you come by?
The monies.
Andre, it can be from government contribution, it can be from farmers plus government. If you're talking about relationship and mitigating risk, those are things that you must step into. You have to step outside the normal zone to protect your farmers. We had an incident once I was coming to the radio station, and I think our area got washed out, and so as the sun was shining. That's the kind of climate that we have now. And it would have took me from 8 to about 9 o'clock, sheltering rain, and just 1 hour rain, and every crop on our farm got washed out.
In 1 hour?
And in 1 hour. And the government stepped in, and they assisted farmers. They, it was not 100% coverage, but you got something to restart, So to me, if the farmers can contribute, plus government, plus, you look for external funding, grant or aid or whatever, and you basically have a reserve pool that you can step into. It happens.
And that makes sense to me, BJ, for the reason that you just gave. the inconsistency in production from farmers, the general laissez-faire approach generally to agriculture. Excuse me, Andre, you ain't had nothing to drink there. I find my throat just getting dry. Thank you, sir. Well, this is water. I didn't have to go and bathe it. Yeah, and once you have that, and that kind of support to me is very necessary for agriculture and for the sustainability of
your
farming industry.
Your good friend Clifford is online. Let's see if you can talk to him. Good morning, Mr. Bridgman. How are you?
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre Donald.
And just to let
Mr.
folks
Robert White, and Mr. BJ.
Morning.
Just to let folks know that Clifford is using WhatsApp. Go ahead.
Thank you. Right. Now, while you are on insurance, I'm not able to speak on insurance at all, but I will speak a little bit on agriculture because that's my pet service. Now, I heard the farmers represented in the Senate on a program last night talking about the way forward, the thing that is happening in agriculture. That is the farmers representative in the Senate. And he is saying that up to this, with all what government intend to roll out, he have not seen any major stand or any major put out of anything. And they're talking about $10 million to be utilized in the agriculture industry. And it is money that is in the budget. But we almost at the end of the budget, because budget consultation will start soon. At least I understand that they will be starting budget consultation with farmers again. So I'm wondering, where are we? And I would like to hear from Mr. BJ. Where are we? Because if you have not rolled out anything of substantial yet, and we come into the end of the budget, are we going to see the same thing repeated? Are we going to see movement in the last 2 or 3 months for the agricultural rollout? And we have something under livestock, we have something under farmers' upkeep of land and so on. And I can tell you that I made contact with my small holding for assistance, and the extension officer to visit. They're too busy. So what will happen if they start distribution and periodical checks? If they're too busy, know that they have not started to give me anything yet. They have not visited my land yet. I'm wondering, I would like to hear Mr. BJ's opinion on that, because it is not nice news. It is not looking good. It means that a lot of things that they spoke about, we're going to see them regurgitating in the next budget. In the next budget.
All right,
we're going to see them regurgitating. So how are we going to spend that $10 million? How that $10 million will be utilized? I would like Mr. BJ to give me some answers on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool, Cliff. Thanks.
Good.
BJ.
Mr. Andre, the things people ask me, I should turn around and asking Prime Minister Dickon for a job, because I don't really know the answer to those questions. That have to be answered by, the chief technical officer or the minister. Actually don't know what it is happening within the ministry per se. It's a common practice in Grenada where you hear all kind of things. And, Grenadians no short of talking, we full up of that. It's the execution, the implementation that we actually not seeing. A farmer should not be, and I want to answer that question from a different angle. A farmer should not be calling, asking for those kind of information. Those information should be made readily available to farmers, because you're basically doing something of national interest, and the information should be outside there. All important things, we seem to hold it within our chest, and the things that we shouldn't be saying at all, that's what is roaming the place outside there. That's the problem that we're having. So you're actually confusing. In the absence of relevant information, people speculate, and speculation normally causes, issues that you don't really want. because it comes out of speculation, not reality. So that's the way I can answer this. With regard to people getting assistance from the government to, to revive the farm or to expand, those things should be outside there. You should be going government website, Ministry of Agriculture, and find out all the grants and the aids and the assistance that is being offered. Unless we don't reach that stage, we're wasting time. Shouldn't be calling a radio program on Thursday morning trying to figure what it is happening, things of national interest. We need to do better than that.
How do we do better than that?
By putting the systems and the structures in place, by people being straight up and letting people know exactly what it is happening. Andre, let me give you an example. And I'm not getting political here because I have no time for that this morning, and I'm not in the mood for that. When you're going to tell someone that you're giving them $600 and you turn wrong and you take away $150 because the person was getting $4, and what it is you're going to say for me to start believing you or attracting my attention? You already deceived me. Then it's difficult for me to stay focused on what it is you're saying. That's how my mind make up. I tell you that every Thursday. And my brain have limited fall. And if somebody start deceiving me, then my brain stop listening to that person. If somebody tell me they're gonna stop all the seaweed before it comes on land, and I take you for a big joke, and then a few months later, you turn around and you tell me you're gonna buy 2 planes. And then a few months later, you tell me you didn't know you have to insure it. Then how my brain going to comprehend those things? The trend of thoughts, Andrew, my brain don't have a fool for those things. Zero tolerance.
Good morning, caller. How are you doing? You got 30 seconds.
Good morning, Andre.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, and to the listening public and to your panelists there. 30 seconds would be enough because I want to speak about, I heard you guys on that program this morning, and it makes a lot of sense. But Andre, I want to say this in respect to farming and farmers in our country. No government in the last, I should say, 38, 39, 40 years has given farmers incentives for production or to produce, except there was a part during the revolution from 81 to 83 thereabout. And now this government is talking about revitalizing agriculture. Now, the old heads, the old farmers is going out. The younger ones now is hustling. You call them hustlers. They plant today. In the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they reap, they sell, and they get a little revenue. Nobody monitors how they do it. What is the plan going forward for these ones? And you have a Ministry of Agriculture that hardly could help farmers in their respective production. People planting helter-skelter. There are times when you have glut on the market. Prices go below par. Some has to spoil. It's easy. We don't have sufficient market, as the gentleman alluded to, in Grenada. But when you have a government that embarked on agriculture for developing agriculture, motivation, according to my knowledge, you have to motivate your farmers. You have to give them incentive. You have to be on the ball with them with your pest control and your fertilizing. Now, these are incentives that you have to put on the table for farmers. And Andrea, I could tell you from a farming point of view that was my passion. I have studied it and I know what has to be done in a democratic system like Grenada, you don't find much emphasis is being placed on the true development of farming in the farming industry in our country, because we have a diversified economy. So we don't depend on agriculture as a pillar as it used to be back then. Now you have a government that maybe the representative or the minister of agriculture, we should say, he don't have the know-how, and the advisors to him doesn't have a clue, in my opinion. First and foremost, you had Farmers Union, a regulation. As the gentleman talk about insuring crops, yes. Farmers insurance, yes. But when you put a $10 million budget in a ministry, you don't know how it is spent, because it's not spent directly on the farming community. Now, I am saying that to say, the only how we can go forward in heavy development of agriculture in Grenada, you have to put basic guidelines, including pre-dialasini and natural disaster. You have to put that on the table for farmers, and you will understand the plight that farmers go through, and you will work with them in order to bring a strong and vibrant agriculture back into Grenada. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have a good day. Food for thought. Vijay, we don't need to say anything except goodbye, take care, God bless.
Have a good day.
I think so. No, that's serious food for thought.
Yes, Andre. Guys making some important points. And,
Vijay, quickly, I don't know if you would have heard it but it was in our news that the gentleman who was the chairman of the board in relation to the Marketing and National Importing Board, Mr. Andel, said words to the effect that the closing down of Marketing Board was a decision that was taken by Deacon Mitchell and not by the board. The board was not in agreement with what that was. Did you hear that?
yes, Andre, I heard it. Saw it on the news.
How do you respond to something like that? No, you stay out of water.
How do I respond to something like that? I responded to that a while ago, Andre. People are their words, Andre. A man is his word. And if somebody comes around and telling you things, and every time you turn around, he changes his story, then you begin to mistrust that person. And this is a problem that this current government is having, Andre. And I'm not speaking political. When you mistrust your authority, it doesn't just have to be a government. If you mistrust your authority, Andre, you start losing confidence in them. And if you lose confidence in them, it's going to affect your productivity. This is normal, it's natural. And I don't understand why some people don't comprehend that. That is not difficult, Andre. You can't be saying one, you come out and you have consultation with the farmers with regard to Marketing Board. I didn't show, but I looked at it virtually. I looked at it online, Andre. And there was no time at all. I looked at all the consultation. There was no time at all when farmers say, we want this thing to close down. There was all different, kinds of suggestions, but never closed down. All right? The board of directors is now telling you, hang on, we never say close down neither. But yet still, close down took place. So you have to understand, what it is really happening. The information seems to be confusing.
Can I use one word, BJ?
Yeah.
Arrogance?
I don't like arrogance. Oh, okay. Incompetence.
Okay. That's another word too. That's another one word. But the time is up first this morning.
Have a good day, Andrew. Take care. God bless you.
Hold on, Robert. Shotman. You know Shotman?
Yeah, in Grandma?
No. The original Shotman. He used to sing Calypso. With Moss.
Lady Moss?
With Moss. He used to sing Calypso.
Oh, yeah. That Shotman.
There. Well, he sent a message. And he reads like this. Andre, did you know that Robert's parents lied to us?
What's the matter with MC this morning?
No, not MC.
Not MC.
No, not MC.
Shotman.
So he said, Andre, did you know that Robert's parents lied to us by saying Robert White? I see him this morning and he brown. What a way to end. What a way to end.
Yes, Shotman. Yeah. I too, so sometimes not believe them.
I was keeping myself with that one in the back there. I couldn't keep that one to myself. I really couldn't keep that one for myself.
So your name change is Robert Brown.
Robert Brown. Well, Andre, let me just give you a quick one on the whole color thing. So recently I had the opportunity to be part of a meeting with the permanent secretary and the Minister for Culture. So the permanent secretary is a guy named Alva Brown.
Yeah, I know Alva.
Right. I went into the meeting, right, as Robert White. So as the door opened now my thing is that if I'm negotiating, if I went to negotiate, if I negotiated and I have you laughing, you can't vex with me. The outcome may not be exactly what I want, but it could be close. As I reach inside of it. Good morning, gentlemen. This is a colorful occasion. White meets brown, and I stretch out my hand to shake Alva's hand. Ron Redhead on the other side. Don't forget, Redhead is here.
At least he has a sense of humor. Hey, Bobby, thanks for this morning. Thanks to Mr. Andy Best also and BJ. Thanks so much, man.
God bless you know every time.
Yeah. Agriculture, remember, folks, agriculture mixes with everything.
And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.